Welcome back. I've been coming back from vacation for quite a while now. All this week. Uh, all this week? Well, I did two videos that I called back from vacation, and uh, and then the other one was just a movie, not movie, music video. That's what you call it. That had nothing to do with being back from vacation. I don't know how long I can be coming back from vacation, but today's Thursday. So Thursday is the day that starts with TH. So it would normally be the day when I would do the I think video. I guess I could do that. Yeah, what the heck. I think I'm surprised. I'm surprised that I've followed through as long as I have on doing this. Not this, not this politician hand. I've been doing these videos for 6 months now, a little over 6 months. And on the one hand, I feel good that I've done them and that I'm continuing to do them. But I think I'm at a crossroads. Is crossroads plural? Crossroad. It's a crossroad. I'm at a fork in the road. I suppose every day could be considered a crossroad. Crossroads. We make decisions every day that impact our lives. Sometimes they're not dramatic, but they're there. And we never know which decisions we make are going to be the impactful ones, right? You can make some tiny decision that ends up leading to something big. You can make what you think is a monumental decision that really doesn't amount to anything. I think the feeling I'm getting about the crossroad right now is that as I look back at the collection of videos I've done, uh, some of them might be entertaining, some might be informative, some might be funny, some not. Well, for one thing, though, I think that's ultimately not for me to decide. I can decide my intent, but it's up to anybody who's watching these to decide if something's entertaining, especially. I can't decide that. I can try to be entertaining, but I can't decide if something's entertaining. What really am grappling with now, it's not like I'm agonizing over it, but what I'm grappling with now is whether or not I want to keep doing these on a daily basis like I've been doing, or go to more quality production, something that I'd spend more time putting together and maybe do it once a week or twice a week. Uh, but here's the pros and cons. I think doing something every day is a better. It's better for me. It's better for me to do something every day. Otherwise, I think I'd just stop doing it. I suppose I could schedule my time to make sure I'm doing some kind of production work every day, and then just put out something that's of higher quality once a week. But on the other hand, I'm a dog chasing my tail. I think the main reason I'm doing this is because I like to perform in one form or another, and maybe this crossroads I'm feeling is something I should just ignore. Don't want to do that. But if I feel I'm getting in a rut, or I'm forcing myself just to put something out every day just to do it, then I think that's not the right reason to do this. That's up to me to decide what the right reason is, but since I'm the one talking right now, and I'm the one that can do this or not do this, do 1 a day, do 10 a day, stop doing it altogether, that's all up to me. So the reason is up to me too. Ultimately, the reason is because I just like being creative. But is this, like what I'm doing right now, is that really creative? I'm creating, so I guess. One thing it does, I mean, from an actor's standpoint, is it does put me in front of the camera, and that's something that I only get to do for somebody else a couple times a year if I'm lucky. I mentioned that recently in one of my back from vacation videos. I actually did shoot a movie last week when I was really back from vacation. I had taken an extra week off from doing these videos after I got back from Canada, and I just felt like taking a few weeks off from doing anything. I had to go back to my day job, but I just felt like taking another week off from this and from Facebook and Twitter and just any stuff that I kind of was feeling obligated to do. But I did have one shoot day last week on a feature film. It's a small role, but it was cool because I got to work with this actor named Monty Markham. And if you don't know him by name, look him up, because the guy's been in everything. He's got a career that spans like 45 years. And I didn't know him by name, but I recognized his face. I've been watching him since I was a kid. So last week I had the privilege of working next to this guy, and that was awesome. We had a scene together, and it was my only scene, and it was his last scene that he shot. We both wrapped on the production after that. For me, it was my first and last day, but for him, he's got one of the lead roles, and it was my privilege to work with this guy. Just this seasoned veteran, and even just in one short scene, he taught me something, and it was awesome. But the downside to it is that I had this roller coaster of emotions, because on the one hand, I got to shoot in a feature film. I had my own room in a trailer, which was kind of cool. So I was jacked up about that. And that night, I was over the moon. I had a hard time going to sleep because I still had the performance buzz going. So that's the upside. The downside is I woke up the next morning, not exactly depressed, but just, just some kind of, it was, I felt bad. Oh man, that was it. Who knows the next time I'm going to be able to do that. So I got itching, like, I need to push harder. But you know what? The thing about this, getting in TV and movies, you can push and push and push and push, and there's still a long time in between work. Which brings me back to this. I can turn on the camera anytime. I can practice my craft. I don't need a big crew like they had last week. I don't need a room full of people swarming around doing all the professional things that need to be done on a feature film. I can just turn on a camera like I'm doing now. So I guess, you know, there's always that aspect of it. I've mentioned that before. But really, for this to be of any value, one thing I've been thinking about, and then I'll close this because I realize I've gone over 10 minutes, is that where's the value added for you? What's your reason for watching this? What would be anybody else's reason for watching this? And even though part of me says, you know, as an artist, as a musician, as an actor, as whatever my creative outlet happens to be at any given time, on the one hand I think it's this constant struggle. On the one hand I think I just need to do what makes me feel good and what's the true me and what's in my heart and what I'm relaxed and comfortable and motivated and passionate to do. And then on the other hand, I'd like to have an audience so I can do more of this. And you know, the dream, the pie in the sky, is to say that especially this YouTube, it would lead to something, that I would get a large enough audience to make some money and be able to do this more. And ideally, the dream pie in the sky thing is to be doing exclusively this. But realistically, I see the problem with it is I don't have a niche. I don't really have a voice. I don't have some specific thing that I do. I'm not like doing a cooking show or a travel show or a how-to show. And even when I was toying with that earlier this week, saying I could be helpful and informative and do some kind of a how-to channel, you know, then I still go ... and I don't know where to go from there. So, as I close, I think I'd like to have whatever it is that I do as a niche that could potentially grow an audience just be something that happens naturally, that I don't plot and plan and try to force myself into a box. And maybe this isn't a crossroads at all. Maybe this is just the ongoing process of figuring out what it is I'm doing. And isn't that what we're all doing? I mean, I'm not unhappy. I have more balance in my life than I ever recalled having my entire life. I mean, my family, my daughters, my day job, and doing something creative. I got like this tripod of stability that it feels really good. And do I want more? Yeah. But am I happy with what I've got? Yeah. So it's not really a problem. It's just, I think I can do better. What do you think?